The Hilton sale is on. Now through September 29th, you can save up to 20% on stays this fall and beyond. Long weekends, last-minute getaways, holiday gatherings. There's a Hilton stay for all of them. More moments, more experiences, more destinations. Now 20% off for a limited time because it matters where you stay. Don't wait. Book by September 29th and save up to 20% at Hilton.com. Terms apply. Hilton for the stay.
This episode is brought to you by Indeed. When your computer breaks, you don't wait for it to magically start working again. You fix the problem. So why wait to hire the people your company desperately needs? Use Indeed's sponsored jobs to hire top talent fast. And even better, you only pay for results. There's no need to wait. Speed up your hiring with a $75 sponsored job credit at Indeed.com/podcast. Terms and conditions apply.
This show is part of the Head Stuff Podcast Network.
Hello and welcome to Shite Talk, an Irish history/football podcast. My name's Kevin Larney, and this week we're back talking about the beautiful game and Ireland's part in it. We all know, we all love our boys in green. At the minute, we're 2 games into the qualifiers for the 2026 World Cup, and it seems like we've already fucked it, which is pretty impressive. But we figured between that and there's a movie about the heady days of Irish football, 2002, and the Saipan saga, Roy Keane, Mick McCarthy. There's a movie about that coming out later this year, maybe early next year. Initial reviews say pretty middling, so we figured we'd redo. I think at some point we did do this as a live episode. We did Saipan as a live episode maybe 3 years ago. No, it must have been 2022 is probably the 20th anniversary of it. But this week Jason rewrote it, added in some more stuff that's come out since, and we recorded that during the week. So that'll be out tomorrow on the main feed. So if you're getting depressed by the results against Armenia and Hungary, go back and get depressed about a completely different set of events back in 2002. But while we were doing that during the week, we figured between the World Cup and Saipan, we may as well put this episode up again. Why not go back to where it all started? Mr. John Delaney. So this is an episode we did about 5 years ago, almost 5 years ago. Back, I think listening to it, we must have been transatlantic at that point. I was in Dublin, Jason was in Texas, and we were recording over the internet. I'd say November 2020. I don't know if either of us were allowed leave our houses at that stage. Maybe. I can't remember what COVID restrictions were at that point. Probably not enough in Texas and too much in Dublin. November of the first year. But anyway, this is a edited episode, tried to make it sound a bit better with modern technology, and this is the first couple of minutes of it. If you want to listen to the rest of the episode, you can do so over on Head Stuff Plus, and over there you'll get all the film clubs we've done and all the other bonus episodes we've ever done over the last 7 years, well, however long it's been going. All the Birdie stuff, all the Quinn stuff, all the bonus stuff is over there. The rest of this episode, the Dev one from last week, that's all up there. So you can head over there for €5. For €5, you can do whatever the hell you want with it. But you can listen to the first couple of minutes for free here if you like, and then listen to the whole Saipan one for free tomorrow. And if you're doing that, fair play to you. Enjoy the free stuff. You do you. Why not consider going to one of our live shows? We've got gigs coming up. We're doing shows. We're doing a lot of festivals in the next couple of weeks. We've got the Dublin History Festival in Dublin on the 4th of October. Then we've got Bold Frontiers in Dundalk on the 10th of October. That's a new festival. That'll be a great festival for anyone around Louth. Get down to Bold Frontiers. And after that, we've got the Halloween Festival in Kilkenny on the 1st of November, Halloween weekend. And then we've got on the 25th of November, the Jonathan Swift Festival on the 25th of November. That's also in Dublin, and that one is with Peter McCann. The Dublin History Festival is also with Donald Fallon. He's organising that. So 2 guests for the Dublin episodes. But anyway, that's what we're up to. You can find out more about those events. There's a link in the description of this episode. You can follow that and go check out those events. But So enjoy this. It's a trip that, I mean, it's not enjoyable. It's a story about John Delaney and Irish football. But, it's interesting, and you can find the full one on Headstuff Plus. Come see us for live shows. Saipan tomorrow. Enjoy the weekend, and good luck.
Gather around now, you're in for a story. Old tales of lore, all in search of a glory. The history and mystery of lads, lasses and all. Discoveries and voyages, the rise and the fall. Follow me now as we go back in time. We trace the steps of Irish lineage to find. Joseph from Carlo and Kevin from Dog. Guide you through the ways of Shite.
Creating John Delaney's downfall, 100% fair play, Marty.
Fair.
So he'd revealed a few weeks after that on top of his €360,000 a year salary, which is a lot for a small sporting organisation in a very small country.
Well, considering that they were strapped for 100 grand of cash, giving him 3 times that as a salary.
But Kev, that's also the first man you go to then if you're looking for a loan.
Yeah, I mean, if you need money and you've just given him all the money.
Yeah, the guy we've been given nearly 400 grand to for the last 10 years. How about him?
He might be one.
So he took a pay cut a few years beforehand during the recession, like everyone did, like that token 10% of your 400,000 a year salary.
Sure.
So it was 360 at
which
the
is
time.
then like tied up in gifts and pensions.
36,000 a year to rent a house off of Grania Shioga.
Wait, sorry. Say that again. He was paying 36,000 a year.
The FAI were paying 36,000 quid a year so John Delaney could rent out a house from Grania Shioga, and they didn't even know about it.
There's so many. Why is Grania Shioga a landlord? What is that? Like, the FAI didn't even realise that this money was going out.
No, they had no
Delaney.
idea. Oh, I guess
why hasn't Delaney got his own house? Why is he renting if he's making so much money?
Because why would you buy when you can get the country's taxpayers to rent class gaps
You're
for
dead
you?
right. You're dead right. I've got the wrong mindset for this,
Now, 2 days after, and it's one of my favourite visuals of Irish soccer recent history, 2 days after that story comes out, there's a protest at a game where Ireland beat Georgia 1-0, thanks to Conor Hourhan, Aston Villa's finest. I'd never seen a tennis ball protest before.
Oh, yeah. I remember this, yes.
Yeah, just chuck a load of tennis balls onto the field.
Yeah.
It's brilliant. And all the players have to go and help out and throw all the balls back.
And imagine whoever was like standing outside on the side of the road selling hats, scarves and tennis balls was the real driving force behind that.
One side of the scarf says Ireland 2012 versus, and the other side just a string of tennis balls.
Ireland versus John Delaney. But of course, do you know the big benefactor behind this? The Mr. fucking tennis ball himself.
Wilson.
Tennis O'Brien. He was the real man making money after this.
So, about 2 weeks after that Georgia game and the tennis ball protest, Sport Ireland suspend all funding to the FAI until the matter of the €100,000 loan is resolved. The next day, Delaney and
but that seems like small fries in terms of like everything else that's happening.
No, because Sport Ireland give them their funding from the government, because the government give their sporting allowance to Sport Ireland. I guess they divvy it up amongst people. So then the FAI, Kevin, who are asking their CEO to give them 100,000 quid to get by until the next couple of weeks or however long it is, are going to lose their funding of a couple of million a year.
No, but I mean, as in like, why is the thing that they're focusing on the fact that Delaney is giving them 100 grand? Shouldn't the question be like, why are you, the FAI, paying Delaney all this money?
Oh, we'll get into it. This is only coming out he was able to basically go, well, all of my business contacts and I'm bringing all of this, all these sponsorships and stuff in. Well, it also turns out that he was like, because of the Vantage Club scheme that went so badly.
He's still in his Vantage Club money.
Oh man, they hemorrhaged money because of the Vantage Club. So they were just constantly chasing their tail. So that 5 million from FIFA for the World Cup, that just went straight into the stadium. What else? There was Also, Kevin, you have to remember that, you know, if you're gonna be the CEO of any company, you expect to get paid a fair wage. So it's coincidence, but if you're, you know, Roger Goodell and you run the NFL, you're going to get paid a couple of million. If you're whoever person is who runs Trocra, you're going to get paid a couple of million. It's just going to happen. You're a talented person. Charities don't work for nothing. People work for nothing for charities.
If you're the head of the IMO, you're going to get a 20 million payout as you leave.
9 million, Kevin. Be fair to the man. He got less than half of what he was expecting.
He did, in fairness to him.
But so yeah, Sport Ireland say that they're going to defund the FAI until they figure out what the problem with this €100,000 load is. The next day, the FAI and John Delaney appear in front of the Oireachtas committee, and that's when the real fun starts. Because in one of...
I feel like you've said that 4 times during this episode, and each time it's ramped up.
So I'll let you be the judge.
Okay.
In one of those 6 statements given out in 6 days by the FAI, they'd said that the FAI as a whole were completely aware, fully aware, or as they said, I believe, fully informed of the loan.
Okay.
As it turns out that only 3 of the board members had ever even heard of it before.
Right.
So instead of the FAI as an organisation knowing about it, it was very much so Delaney and 2 of his friends.
3 of the board members, including Delaney, he counted as 1.
Maybe there's an extra, maybe it's Delaney and 3 of his friends, but I don't think so.
I don't think so.
So Eddie Murray, who was who 15 years was a treasurer under Delaney, he took over from Delaney.
Okay.
When Delaney became CEO, I think. He had been a retired Garda superintendent. Now, he was the honorary treasurer, which I don't know what the difference in that and the treasurer is. I feel like you're just the treasurer of the board. But during the Oireachtas committee, tribunal, whatever you want to call it, at one point, now bear in mind, he is the treasurer. He was asked, how many bank accounts does the FAI have? And he had said, to his knowledge, 1. And...
2, yeah.
Which even I don't know enough about banking and high level corporate finance. I'm pretty sure, like, I know personally, I have 2 bank accounts. Technically, between my American and Ireland ones, I have 4. So I'm pretty sure that an organisation with 50 million quid of a turnover,
the FAI only needs 1.
Just the 1.
Yeah.
That's like when Bertie didn't have a bank account for the 3 years he was finance minister.
He kept his money in a box, all right? To the best of my knowledge, we have 1 account. That's the perfect answer. How could you ask a man a difficult question like that? How many bank accounts do you have?
Well, the reason they probably asked him was they were trying to lead into the fact that they actually had 24 accounts.
Well, I mean, listen, he did say to the best of his knowledge, which is a great qualifier, which excuses you from all blame.
I don't even know if he said that. I think I added that.
1?
Yeah, I think I added that because I was like, well, this is probably just...
What's the lowest number I can get away? It's like, you don't want to go over, you know?
a half a bank account. I have a joint account with my wife. It's my wife and the FAI. Only this time, the person spending thousands of quid on hotel rooms, dresses, and fancy functions isn't your wife. This is John Delaney.
John Delaney and other people's wives.
Well, now, Kev.
That's too salacious.
Well, I should bring up the fact that it came out this year that his ex-girlfriend, Susan Keegan, he gave her 95 grand to... sorry, I shouldn't say that might be liable. He didn't give her 95,000. She got 95,000 for doing something.
But he didn't give it to her. He just left it down on the table, and then she was 95 grand richer. Someone else in the association just went and said, "Do you know who's doing a really good job, who's not associated with this corporation whatsoever, who could do with the nearly the exact amount of money that we're going to be hemorrhaging in the future? John's girlfriend." She's a key asset to the organisation. What I will say is now... And John didn't know anything about it, I assume. Oh, I mean, I'm... One can only hope.
This show is part of the Head Stuff Podcast Network, a hub for the creative and the curious. Shows are produced in association with Head Stuff and the Podcast Studios Dublin. Find out more or become a member at headstuffpodcasts.com.